So good evening again. I'm Miss Nour, the chemistry teacher. I've been doing these classes long time ago, as I told you. Thank God it was helping a lot of students the previous years. We were doing these classes till I think till the night of the exams, all over the year. We're not going to explain all the syllabus 100%, honestly, but we're going to explain the majority of the topics or the main topics that are included for the IG system. Because I'm receiving a lot of questions regarding which topics I'm going to explain. Is it for Cambridge or is it for Edexcel? So I'm just going to sum up everything. I'm going to reply for all the questions. These classes are for Cambridge and for Edexcel. These classes, especially these classes, this is explanation classes. Explanation classes could work with both, with Cambridge or Edexcel. The problem, if I'm going to talk about the content, it's almost the same. The only difference is going to be just only for the past papers. The past papers for both a little bit different, not different, totally they are different. So we are going to do mainly explanation for these classes. So if anyone has a problem with any topic, maybe this will help you. So these explanation classes, as I said, is going to work for Cambridge and for Edexcel. It's not going to work as a past papers. Once we are going to do past papers, I'm going to do separate classes. The majority is going to be for Cambridge mainly, but last year I did a lot of questions again, a lot of past papers classes for Edexcel. It helped a lot of students, last year, and we were having, mashallah, the best marks, mashallah. Last year we were having the top of the world. MashaAllah, you will see the video if you are following me on Instagram. Inshallah, we will upload the video very soon. She got 200 out of 200, the full mark, MashaAllah. And we were having a lot of achievers, MashaAllah. And they lost 5 marks or 4 marks to 3 marks, which is really good. This is just to keep motivated, to know, these classes, they helped a lot of students. After the classes, I'm going to send the PDF of my own notes. Let's say today we are going to talk about states of matter. So I'm going to send on the groups, on chemistry lovers groups, I'm going to send the PDF for my topic. During revision classes, I'm going to do some sheets, same like what we did the previous years. I always upload some sheets and I upload the mark schemes of these sheets during revisions. I think I said everything. For the students who are still confused about Cambridge and Edexcel, because I'm still having these questions, these questions all over my life. So I'm going to explain this topic for today. Where is the chemistry lover group? It's on WhatsApp. Anyone can send you the link. If you can text me, Ruti, you can text me on WhatsApp, or I can send it to you. It's fine. Again, on Instagram page, I upload everything. If you are having, I think you are having my Instagram page for sure. This is my Instagram page. So any classes or any free classes or any revision classes, anything that we do, we usually put on the page, which for sure is going to help you, inshallah, till the end of the year. Some classes are for explanation. Some classes are for past papers. Again, as I told you, the sheets are going to be uploaded with its mark scheme on the groups. Okay. I think I said everything. Oh, for the students who are feeling confused what to choose, especially year 9 students, every year they are feeling confused what to take. Miss, should we take Cambridge or should we take Edexcel? I'm going today for this topic. We're going to take states of matter for today. I'm going to show you the topic. I'm going to explain the topic. While explanation, I'm going to say some parts that are for Edexcel, or some parts are for Cambridge. At the end of the class, I'm going to show you some past papers. I will show you the past papers for both. So if anyone is having a problem and they are feeling confused what to choose, I will show you the types of questions for Cambridge and for Edexcel, so you can get somehow a feedback about the Cambridge and Edexcel. But I just want to say something, which is the main difference between Cambridge and Edexcel. For Cambridge is the lesson for grade 9 or for grade 10. I always receive the same message, Mariam. For if you're talking about year 9 or year 10, these classes are mainly for year 9 and for year 10. And these are, I'm going to talk about the bases. So these bases for year 9 and for year 10, yani both of them, they take the same topics. In year 9, but I want to be honest, some classes here in Kuwait, they don't take, like BSK as an example, they don't take for year 9, they don't take chemistry or pre-IG, they just take general science as an example. There is a lot of schools, they do the same. But for me, I'm going to, like our school, we are going to give the pre-IG, and we are going to give the first half of the syllabus. This is year 9's syllabus. So if you are year 9 or if you are year 10, for sure, this is going to help you, because these topics you're going to study in year 9 and in year 10. I'm going to explain mainly basics. And I'm going to talk about matter. I'm going to talk about the bonding, how we draw bonding, how we do the atoms, formulas. A lot of students, they don't know how to write formulas. I'm going to show you. I'm going to make it in a very simple way, how to do formulas. What else? Balancing equations. So if you are year 9, year 10, even if you're, I think if you're year 8, it's going to help you. You got my point? فأكيد for sure this is going to help a lot. You're most welcome, Mariuma. Okay, as I told you, inshallah, I'm going to upload everything. If I'm doing any free classes, I'm going to put on IG Hub. And again, I'm working with IG Hub, so I'm going to put it on the groups for sure, with my amazing team. And I'm going to put it on my page, so for sure you're going to find it. If you're feeling confused about anything, you can just text me, or in the DM or WhatsApp, I will reply. Okay? Well, I'm having 2 numbers. I'm going to be asked these questions a lot. I'm having an Egyptian number and a Kuwaiti number. I'm living in Kuwait, but I'm having both numbers. We're both having WhatsApp, so you can text me on anyone. It's fine. Okay? I think I said everything, I think. يعني اللينك ولا حضرتك بعتيه على chemistry. What do you mean ينفع اللينك? You're talking about which link, MK? MK ده Michael course ولا ايه؟ Yes. The Google Classroom? No, I'm not going to put, I have Google Classroom for the other tuitions for sure, but for the free classes, I'm not putting a Google Classroom. I'm putting just sheets, just يعني sheets, mark schemes, PDF of the topic, the study notes, my own study notes. I put topic, but I don't put it as a whole. I just put topic by topic. And let's say today I will explain states of matter, so I'm going to put the topic of states of matter. I hope this is clear. So it's not going to be in Google Classroom. No, I just put it on my groups. Okay, you're most welcome. Hello, how long do these sessions last? Lily, now we're starting, yeah, Lily. Once you want to leave, you can leave. But normally, it's a little bit short sessions. Look, not like yani the normal classes. Mostly our classes, it's 1 hour, 30 minutes, sometimes 2 hours. But for here, it's going to be short classes, maybe 1 hour, something like this. I will try to make it weekly classes as much as I can. So I will help a lot. Maybe some weeks we're not going to take classes, but I will try as much as I can to give you maybe 1 week on, 1 week off, maybe every week. Yani I will try as much as I can, because the problem I don't have time, but I will try as much as I can to give you classes. Yani last year we did a lot. I think it was helpful. Some of these students were there with us last year. Jojo, what do you think about the experience last year? Did it help you?
Yeah, so much. I was in
Really?
year 9.
Really? That's great. That's great. Inshallah, this year, برضو, it will help you more and more. This is approximately, really, this is approximately the timings. And some classes also you're going to find on my YouTube channel. If you check Chemistry Lovers, you're going to find a lot of our sessions for the previous years. Also something really good. And for this year, inshallah, I'm going to do, once we're going to work with a lot of topics, when we're done with a lot of topics, I'm going to do paper 6 classes for the Cambridge student, because all over my life, now 17 years, I'm doing the same. All the students are confused about paper 6. I don't know why, although paper 6 is really easy. That's why, inshallah, this year, once we're going to take topics related to paper 6, so I'm going to do special classes for paper 6. maybe after 2-3 weeks, once we're starting any topics related to paper 6, I'm going to do classes special for paper 6. We're going to answer the graphs, we're going to answer the investigation questions, we're going to answer the labels. I will tell you a lot of tricks about paper 6 because a lot of students, they are really getting confused about it, especially كمان of colors, some questions related to ions with colors. We are going to do it together, for this for sure is going to help. Okay, you're the best. Thank you, Juju, Allah. Thank you. It helped, alhamdulillah, last year and a lot of students. Inshallah, this year, Bardo, we will do the same. I just want to reply to one more questions because more than one parent, they send me the same question. I know they are going to be now here watching me to know this answer. I will reply for this question first before I start. About every class, I'm not going to talk all this time today because it's just the first class for session 2025. That's why I'm saying this, because we're not going by every class to talk. We'll just start. For the students who are getting confused between Cambridge and Edexcel, the main difference between both is the questions and the mark scheme. Yani if I'm the kind of person who feel, I don't know how to study or how to memorize answers, Edexcel is going to be a little bit hard for me, because mainly for Cambridge students, our Cambridge system, the questions are a little bit tricky. طبعا they have paper 2, which is MCQs, paper 4, which is the long essay questions, and paper 6, which is the alternative to practical. So mainly we have 3 exams. That's why in Cambridge we're having a lot of resources. We're not having a lot of exams. If we're comparing the exams that we have and resources or past papers for Cambridge and Edexcel, for sure Cambridge will win. It's a lot. So we are having a lot of resources. The questions are a little bit maybe tricky somehow, but again, they are repeated, but somehow it's tricky. But these people, they are really good while checking. For checking Cambridge exam, these people are really good. They don't, I'm not going to say they are not that strict while checking the papers. But for Edexcel, they are horrible about checking the paper. The exams are easy. The majority of the exams for Edexcel is really direct, to be honest. What I will show you now, after I'm done, I will show you a sample for questions of Cambridge and Edexcel, so you can decide at the end of the session. But if I'm talking about Edexcel, for sure, the questions are really direct, but the problem is past papers. The problem is checking, the exams. When they check, when you do the past papers, you will see that the mark schemes, they need special answers. If you didn't write, let's say I need keywords in the question. If you didn't write the answers that I need as a checker, you will lose marks. This is the problem. So the question is direct, but the answers need to be specific. If you didn't answer the same answers that I need as a checker, so you lose marks. This is the only problem with Edexcel. So if you are that kind of person who can memorize the answers, so I think for you, go on. Sure, for Edexcel, it's going to be a really good choice. If you are that kind of person who you cannot memorize, it's easier for you to think, I don't want to study, I just want to understand and practice. So أكيد for sure Cambridge is going to be a better choice for you. Okay? طبعا for sure for Edexcel we just have 2 exams, paper 1C, paper 2C, but for Edexcel, but for Cambridge we have 3 exams, paper 2, 4, 6. You can take it as an advantage, you can take it as a disadvantage, because for Cambridge we have 3 chances to do the exams. Maybe you're not that good in one paper, but you will be better, or you have another chance in the other 2 papers. For Edexcel, mainly we have 1C, 2C. طبعا 1C is 110 marks, which is the majority of the marks is going to be in 1C, and then there is another exam for 2C. As I told you, it's not a hard decision. At the end, both are almost the same. It's not a big deal. Almost both of them, it's the same at the end, but it's regarding your personality. Well, my advice, as a sister's advice, if you are in year 9 and you didn't take the decision, my own decision, my own opinion, just go on the Mirdash or on any site, say My Exams or whatever. We download 2 papers for any year, let's say for 2023, and upload 2 papers, 2 exams, the exams for Cambridge and the exam for Edexcel, and start answering it. We check the mark scheme. We start answering both. I think this is going to give you a very good feedback about the questions. I think, again, you can choose which one is going to be better for you. But for basis, as I told you, for explanation, it's almost the same, just only doing past papers and the way you answer past papers, this is totally different. Okay? What websites? There is a lot of websites, Ahmed. We're having Save My Exam, we're having physics and math tutor, we're having the Mirdash. There is a lot. And also I have, if you want, I have already my own link. I have a link. I can send it if you want on the group. I don't know you are from which group, but if you want, I have a link for the past papers. I put all the link, for all the exams, almost for Cambridge, for Edexcel, for AS even, for Cambridge and for Edexcel, everything. I put them on, I have a drive already. I put all the exams on the drive. So if you want, I can send you, if you don't want to upload it from the websites, it's totally fine. It's my pleasure. I can send you the drive that have all the past papers. I think that's way may help. I usually send this during revisions so the students can get it. So if you want, if you are on Chemistry Lovers, just write, can you send it Chemistry Lovers second group? Okay, MK. Just after the class, please best text me on the group and tell me, please, Miss, send the drive. You're most welcome. I'm always there for you. Tell me, send the drive, I will send it. So maybe this will help. It has all the mark schemes again. It's going to be better for you. Okay, I think I'm sorry I talked a lot, but I want to reply for the ones who are all the time asking me. So if they want to leave, if they are parents and they don't want to listen to the topic, that's why I explained, I replied for this before we start. So I hope I'm clear. I hope everything is okay. Yeah. Let's start. Keep excited for our first topic. For sure, I see lovely names, mashallah, for this year. They're so nice. Okay, let's start our first topic for today, inshallah. It's going to be talking about states of matter. All of you, I know you know states of matter. I know for sure, it's a very easy topic. But with me, I'm going to tell you, as usual, all the tricks. As usual, I message you, can send me the group link after the class. Thank you a lot. For sure, Ruti, for sure. If you texted me on WhatsApp, I will send you the group link so you can join us. I have a lot of groups, so you can join anyone. I will send you anyone. It's fine. I send everything on all the groups. Yeah. So let's start. If you have any question while I'm explaining, you can keep it at the end. I'm going to reply to all the questions before we finish. Well, let's start. So as I told you, I know all of you know states of matter, but again, I will I will explain states of matter, but we're going to say a lot of tricks. So please focus. Inshallah, it's going to help a lot. So if I'm going to ask you, when do I say this substance is matter or not? Yani what's matter? Who can tell me? What's matter? Hey, Juju, tell me.
Matter, it's an object or something that has particles in it that are moving in a constant motion.
Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect. But yani, can I make it easy and say anything that has mass and volume? Is it easy?
Yes.
Exactly. Yes. So if I'm having like this one, if I'm having the mobile, if it has a mass and at the same time it's going to occupy space, yani it takes space, so for sure this is going to be matter. So if I'm asking you what's matter, you're going to say it's everything that has mass and volume. Right. How many states of matter do we have? Mainly we have 3 states of matter. We have solids, we have liquids, and we have gases. Right. The main part in this topic is to talk about the 3 differences or the differences between the 3 states. So as you see here, what's the main differences between solid, liquid, and gases? What do you think? Let's start and let's talk about arrangement. Let's start by arrangement. Which one Let's talk about arrangement. Which one am I going to call it regular arrangement, and which one am I going to call it irregular arrangement? Hey, Miru, tell me.
The regular is solid.
Correct. And?
The irregular is liquid and gas.
That's true. Perfect. Good job. So if I'm going to talk about arrangement, as Miru said, it is going to be here. For the solids, it's going to be regular arrangement. For liquids and gases, is going to be irregular. What do I mean by regular? Regular, it means organized. All the particles are organized. Irregular, it means it's not organized. So this is for arrangement. If I'm going to talk about motion, what do you think about motion? What should I say? Which ones just vibrate around the fixed position, and which one can I say they can move? Who can tell me? Haya, tell me please.
Solids vibrate in the same position.
Correct.
Liquids slightly touch each other, and gas particles are far away from each other.
That's true. Good job. Bravo. Good job. So if I'm going to talk about solids, as Hala said, the solids are going just to vibrate. The solids, they just vibrate around the fixed position, okay, which is not there. This point is only for solids. So solids, they vibrate around the fixed position. What about liquid? All the time, the liquids, they are slipping and sliding over each other's. They are in a continuous random motion. Okay, Ishraq, all the time they are in a continuous random motion. This is for liquid. But they slip and slide over each other's, and at the same time, they are in a continuous random motion. But what about gases? If I'm going to talk about gases, as Haya said, they are in a continuous random motion, but it was really quick. So you can say rapid continuous random motion because it's really moving so fast. So it is moving in random motion everywhere, slipping and sliding over each other's, but it is quickly, not like the liquid. The liquid, they are moving randomly everywhere, but for gases, they are moving in very big spaces and really quick. Type. If I'm going to talk about shape and volume, which one do you think has fixed shape? Which one do you think have fixed volume? Ishraq, lovely name.
Solids have fixed, and liquid and gas have infixed shape.
Good job, bravo. So if I'm going to talk about the shape, we're going to say in both of them, they are going to have fixed shape and volume. That's true. And again, for the volume, it is again fixed. So I'm going to say fixed shape and volume. That's true. Why? And if I'm going to get this, my pen, I'm going to put it in my pocket, or I'm going to get it and put it in the drawer, or I'm going to get it and put it in the pencil case, does the shape or the volume going to change? Do you think so?
No, miss.
No, it will not. That's true.
No.
It's not going to change. So this means in the shape and the volume, they will not change. It's fixed. But what about for the liquid? What do you think for the liquid will happen? Hey, Amira, tell me.
For the liquid, they have fixed volume, but they take the shape of the container.
Good job. Yani this means, if I'm talking about, I want to get, let's say, this bottle of water. Okay, let's imagine, let's say I'm going to take 1 liter of water as an example, or half liter. Well, I'm going to put it in different cups. Yani if I'm going to put it in this cup, or I'm going to put it in this cup. Do you think if I put the water in both containers, does the water will take the shape of the container or not? What do you
It
think?
will.
Correct. It's going to take the shape of the container. So this means the shape is not fixed because it's going to take the shape of the container. So what about the volume? Since it's, let's say it was 1 liter, you put it here, you put it here, you put it here. So this means all the time the volume is fixed or not? Exactly, that's true. So when I ask you about the volume, I'm going to say it's almost fixed. But if I'm going to ask you about the shape, no, it's not fixed. So for the volume, for the shape, it's not fixed, but for the volume, it's really fixed. What I can say for the shape, it takes the shape of the container. Is there any word, any other word for the word definite and indefinite? For the word fixed and not fixed? Again, we can say this word. I'm saying another alternative. So if you see it in the past papers, you know, in a definite, it means fixed. So if you see the word definite, this means it is, if you see the word definite, this means it is fixed. If you see the word indefinite, so it's not fixed. Am I clear? Easy?
Yes.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
perfect. Okay. Now, what about the gas? What do you think about the gas? If I'm having any gas like a balloon, and then I'm going to start, what will happen?
It have M-fixed shape and M-fixed volume.
That's true. This means in both of them, they are not fixed. Yani this means it's going to take the shape and the volume of the container. So both of them is not fixed. They don't have, both of them not fixed. Okay? Like they take the shape and the volume of the container. As I told you, if I'm going to have a balloon, small balloon, it will take the shape and the volume of the air. And if it's a bigger one, it will take the shape and the volume of the balloon. So this means all the time, solids are having both fixed. For gases, both not fixed. And for the liquid, the shape only is not fixed, but the volume is fixed. So what about the forces? What do you think about the forces? Hey, what do you think the forces between the particles would be? The forces, is it going to be strong forces, well, weak forces, or very weak forces? What do you expect? Hey, Ruti, tell me.
The solid have very strong,
Correct.
liquid have strong, and gas, no forces. It's very weak.
Perfect. Good job. So if I'm going to talk about forces, I'm going to say for here, it's very strong. Can I say for liquids, it's weak? And then I can say for gases, it's really weak, very weak. So once again, for solids, I'm going to say it's very strong. For liquids, I'm going to say it's weak. And for gases, I'm going to say it's very weak, almost no forces. Hello, ya Idu. How are you?
Liquid strong?
Sorry?
Liquid, isn't it strong?
Liquids are strong? Weak, it's weak, يعني it's not that strong. In comparison to solid, it's weaker طبعا for sure than solid. يعني you're going to find, if solid like this, all the particles are really close to each other. For liquid, you're going to find them like this. There is forces, but it's not strong forces. You got it? You got my point? Okay. Someone asked something, I think. Oh, what does volume mean? Volume, it means space here. It occupies space here, Juju. يعني if anything takes space, this means it has volume. طيب, what about spaces? If I'm going to ask you about spaces, what about spaces? يعني now we talked about forces, okay? What about spaces? What do you think about spaces? Hey, others, try please. Hi, miss, I'm fine, thank you. Sorry for being late. No problem, ya Ido. Missed you so much. Others? Same students? Try.
The spaces are in solid, they're very close.
That's true. So almost no spaces for the solids. What about the liquid? There is more spaces?
There is, but like a little amount.
Exactly, that's true. It's not that much. Small spaces. You're right, Ishraq. And for the gases, we have
A lot.
exactly large spaces. You're right, that's true. So can I say for the spaces and the forces intermolecular? Have you ever seen this word? Intermolecular spaces. What do I mean by the word intermolecular? Inter, it means, correct, ya Badr, bravo, thank you. So the word inter, it means between. When I say the word inter, it means between. So intermolecular, it means between molecules. So when I say intermolecular forces, I mean the forces between the molecules. When I say intermolecular spaces, so I mean intermolecular spaces, يعني spaces between the molecules. Okay? Let's continue. طيب, can I change الأول we set forces, spaces, volume, طيب, what about which ones are going to have the highest density? What do you think? Which one is going to have the highest density? Solids, liquids, or gases? Someone is... Hey, Hussein, tell me, Husra. What do you think?
Solids.
Good job. Bravo. So, as Hussein said, for solids, they have the highest density. And then the liquid, it's going to be less or more?
It's going to be less.
That's true. What about gas? It's the least. Am I right? Correct. Bravo, Hussein. Good job. But what about if I'm going to talk about energy? Which one is going to have the highest energy? Which type of particles? Is it solid, liquids, or gas is going to have the highest energy? Bravo, Ido Ahmed. Excellent. Bravo, Badr. But for this one, this is a little bit confusing. Excellent, Yarani. Hey, what do you think? I don't know the name. D.
Mrs. Zainab.
طب أنا يعني Zainab is written ZDJER?
Yes, Mrs. because like my family name.
Okay, I'm sorry. As I don't know, it's not common for me. Okay,
Yeah.
tell me, Zuzu, hey, what do you think?
Gas.
That's
Gas.
true. Bravo, good job. Alan, the gas is going to be the highest energy. As you said, as Zainab said, this is going to be the highest energy. Why? And all the time they are moving all the time. They are slipping and sliding, moving everywhere. So for sure they have the highest energy. Who's less, ya Zainab? Akid for sure. Liquid.
So like liquid is less than gas, and then the one that has the least is solid.
That's true. Bravo. Good job. But what about compressibility? Which one could be compressed? Solids, liquid, or gases? Bravo, Badri. Okay. Hey, tell me. Ahmed and Amira, bravo. Good job. What do you think? Excellent. Bravo, Luigi. Thank you for the ones who are replying. Hey, Amira, tell me.
The compressibility would be gas.
Correct. Why? Because gases, they have large spaces. Am I right? So if I'm going to press the gases, it would work because the particles are going to get closer. So that's why it can be compressed. Am I right? For the gases. What about who's less than the gases? The
Liquid.
And then the solid. Correct. What about the solid? It's really hard to be compressed. Mainly the ones who can be compressed is the gases. Liquids are really hard to be compressed, and solids, they will never. What about flow? Which one can flow? Which one can flow? Do you think solids will flow? Do you know flow like this? Haya.
Gas.
Gas is
Liquid and gases.
correct. That's true. Liquids and gases can flow, but solids, they can't. But if I'm going to ask you about diffusion, which ones can do diffusion, which one not?
Gas diffusion more. Yes, gas.
Correct. Gas will. Exactly.
Liquid
What
and
about...
gas.
Bravo, good
Yeah.
job. But solids, they will not. Excellent. Thank you so much. Bravo, Abdurrahman. Wow. All these students. Oh, lovely. MashaAllah. I'm having this year excellent students. I can smell the A stars from the first session. Inshallah. I was having the same feeling last year. MashaAllah, this year kaman, I think they are going to be better. MashaAllah. Okay, my next question, like this, we have finished the first part, the differences between solid, liquid, and gas. The only trick that I want you to focus with, ya Hussein, in the exam, when I ask you, let's say, talk about the movement. When I ask you, talk about the movement, so please, or the motion, so please don't go and talk about the forces. Please don't go and talk about the density. When I ask about motion, so please talk about motion. When I talk about density, so talk about density. لأنه the majority of the questions, when I ask about, let's say, shape and volume, I found the students talking about arrangement, talking about density, about forces. But this is not accepted at all. Whatever I'm going to ask you, you need to reply regarding my question. Okay, or the past papers question. Yeah. Okay. Any question the first part? High five. Okay, let's continue. Type. Next, we are going to talk about how can I change from one state to another. What can I change?
Yes.
Thank you, Abad. Can we say 1 minute? Someone is asking. Can we say collide with each other for gases? For sure. Yes, for sure we can. My other question is, can I change from one state to another? Someone said yes. So if I want to change, say together, but if I want to change from solid to liquid, what do we call it? Say together. From solid to liquid.
Melting.
Good
Melting
job.
by heating.
Correct, but I need the name of the state. So from solid to liquid, it is
Melting.
melting. Good job. And from liquid to gas,
Evaporation.
good job.
Evaporation.
Bravo, good job. From gas to liquid,
Condensation.
excellent. Bravo. From liquid to solid,
Freezing.
good job. Oh, you're better than me. Wow. Bravo, excellent. So you said almost everything from solid to liquid, liquid to gas, gas to solid. Okay.
Gas to solid.
I
There's
will say-
sublimation.
I will. Thank you, Ajuj. For Cambridge student, now sublimation is removed from the syllabus for the new exam. Maybe if you're year 9, you're not joining for IGs, so it's fine for sure. Maybe in your schools you took sublimation, but in general, sublimation is removed now. But for Edexcel students, they take it, so I will explain it. Well, no problem. Yani for Cambridge students, you can know it. It's fine. Sublimation is changing from a solid into a gas directly without passing by the liquid stage. Yani only from the solid into a gas. But what about if I want to do the opposite? I want to change from a gas directly into a solid. What do we call this? We call it deposition. So we have sublimation. It is from solid into a gas, and from gas into a solid, we call it deposition. Well, as I told you, yes, bravo. Wow. All of you you answered everything. Wow. MashaAllah. Bravo. So this is for Edexcel students, you need to know the sublimation with deposition. Type. Do you know what is the examples in our syllabus that talks about sublimation or deposition? Like what? Dry. Yes, Ishraq. Do you have a question or you want to reply?
I just forgot to.
So put your hand down. You like
Question again?
you like to keep like this.
Maybe. What was the question again?
I loved your name. Oh yeah, Ishraq. Ishraq. You feel it's positive. It's shining. It's always shining. Yes, correct. What the question was? Sublimation. What's the substance that do sublimation? So here, this is dry ice. Bravo, good job. Dry ice, ammonium chloride, iodine. Excellent. So all of you, I think you did it. That's good. I can show you a video. Bravo, Ruti. I can show you a video for sublimation. So for the ones who don't know what's diffusion, sorry. For the ones who want to know about sublimation, you can know. Do you know for sure dry ice? Do you know dry ice sublimation? We use it in
When someone gets wound. When someone gets wound or swell, like swell up wound.
That's true. That's true. Where is it? These are the videos because I was having a tuition now. So these were the videos that we were talking about. No problem. This is the dry ice. We use it for cooling, and sometimes they use it for treating some certain diseases also. Like fungi. You see, this is dry ice. Once you will put it in hot water, what will happen? It's going to change into vapor. What do we call this vapor? This is carbon dioxide. You know, in the restaurant nowadays, they do this when I'm a waiter and I want to give you, I want to put the food, I want to serve the food for your table. So what should I do? I'm going just to put some dry ice in the in something hot, like hot water, and then I'm going to serve it for you. So once you will see the show, yani, oh my God, it's the best restaurant ever. For this, this is what people do now. But mainly dry ice is used for cooling or if you want to keep everything, whatever the substance to keep cold. Like if I want to deliver ice cream or I want to make sure the ice cream will not melt, sometimes I put around it some dry ice and so on. Is this process evaporation or boiling? No, yeah, Juju, this is not evaporation. This is not boiling. This is changing from solid into a gas directly. So this is not evaporation. This is not boiling. Yes, yes, Zuzu. Tell me.
Miss, I wanted to ask, is dry ice like colder than normal ice?
Yes, it's so cold. But it's so cold, yani. It's not... it's so cold, yani. If you see it, maybe you cannot also differentiate between both of them. I always say to my students that I was burned because of this dry ice before, because it's really... it looks almost this, yani, very few change, almost they look the same. That's why you need to take care. I always say to my students, please take care while dealing with dry ice. No, at the end they look the same, but if you touch the dry ice or you put it on your skin, maybe you will be burned. Not maybe, mostly. But that's why you need to take care. But for normal ice you will not. But that's why don't touch it with your hand. Just keep it with gloves or whatever you have at home, but don't please don't touch it with your hand. What about this? This is iodine. If you see here, it's a solid. It's dark black or purple. Here he will heat the iodine. It's going to change into a gas, which is a vapor. It's going to change into vapor. Okay, what about if I'm going to cool it? He will put here a flask and he will cool it. What will happen? It's going to, again, it's going to change. You see, this is sublimation. It's going to change again into a solid. Okay, but this means, and this is sublimation, and this is how it's going again. After it was a gas, it's going to change once again into a solid. So this is sublimation. Okay, yes, Zainab, yes. Do we...
Miss, is that crystallization, like when crystals form?
It looks like crystallization, but mainly this is the position, you know, it changed from gas into a solid. But it looks like crystals, you're right. Do we feel the burn? No, Yalimor, unfortunately, you will not feel the burn. I told my students, my husband was just playing, so he just put it on me just for having fun. He didn't know, you know, it is normal, it's dry ice, but I didn't feel it. But because I know that this is dry ice, okay, this is why chemistry is important, huh? Because I know that this is dry ice, so that's why I was afraid. Like, and I didn't feel the burn. It's not like the normal burn, like the fire. No, but I felt it later. Not by the feeling. I saw blue patches كده in my skin. You got my point? But it's not going, you're not going to feel the burn. That's why take care. لأنه maybe since you are touching it and you don't feel the burn, so you keep touching it. Take care. No, you will not feel it mostly. I don't know. The one I hold it, I didn't feel it. But take care. لأنه this is so risky. Also here in Kuwait, I don't know in Egypt they put it with the ice creams or not. But here in Kuwait, it was pick. If you know ice cream pick, which is very common. I mean, it's something normal. It's everywhere. Take care. لأنه maybe they put it around the ice cream, so you will think it's normal ice. You'll not think no, it's dry ice. So to know, you have to put it in the sink, and if it evaporated or if it changes to gas, so it's dry ice. If not, so it is water. If it's ice, yeah. Take care, please. I hope, inshallah, everything will. I hope everyone will be safe. Type. I want to ask another question before we move to the next part. What's the difference between the word evaporation and the word boiling? Because again, this was a question in the past papers. Who can tell me?
Evaporation
Yes.
Wait. I think evaporation is like there are like molecules in water tries to escape from the surface, so it's
Yes.
evaporation. But
Correct.
boiling, it's like the molecule. Wait, boiling. How can I explain?
طب, I
It's
will
like
ask you,
molecule.
shall I make it
Right,
easy
right.
for you? أولا,
أيوة.
perfect. You're really good. MashaAllah, excellent. Bravo, excellent. But the point is, I will make it easier. Which one happened at a specific temperature? Boiling or evaporation?
Boiling.
Exactly.
لا.
Correct. That's why
أيوة,
we call it boiling point.
Boiling.
Exactly. So when I say boiling point, this means it is it's happening boiling, يعني it happens at a specific point, which is called boiling point. But evaporation, no. طب which one has bubbles? Which one doesn't have?
Boiling have bubbles.
Boiling.
Bravo.
Evaporation is not bubbles.
I feel mothers are always answering, huh? MashaAllah. They are so good, the mothers. Bravo, wallah. A big thank you for all the mothers who are supporting, who they're sitting with their kids just to watch a silly lesson. They don't have to. فيعني, thank you so much, والله, much appreciated. يعني, I really appreciate the mothers who are watching. It's not easy. I'm a mother who it's not easy for me. فيعني, really chapeau. I really appreciate all the mothers who are watching with their kids the classes. يعني. Full appreciation. So again, if I'm going to talk about boiling, boiling, it's always having bubbles. But for evaporation, no. Okay, I think I replied to all.
Miss,
Yes, dear, tell me.
when we say liquid changes to gas, do we say the evaporation process or the boiling process?
No, you can say. It's fine. You can say evaporation or boiling. Both are accepted. Evaporation occurs on the surface. That's also, Hussam also replied for another point. You know, evaporation occurs only on the surface, but boiling simply occurs all over the liquid. That's true. Because evaporation, as Shak said at the beginning, you know, evaporation, the particles are started to go away from each other. They started to move away. They want to escape. They want to leave the liquid. So that's why evaporation is always happening on the surface. But for boiling, it's happening all over the liquid. Thank you, Hos. Excellent. Fine. Here بقى my question will be, if I'm heating a liquid, or if I'm heating a solid, يعني if I'm having, let's say, ice, or I want to heat ice, what do you expect will happen? I need بقى the whole story, لأنه this is called kinetic particle theory. Kinetic particle theory, يعني you need to say the whole story. So what do you think? Hey, Juju, tell me.
Solid will gain more kinetic energy by the heating process, and so it will have more movement between, like more intermolecular movements.
Excellent.
And the spaces will increase, and the attraction forces between the particles will decrease, changing into a liquid.
Wow. That's my girl. Excellent. So again, if I'm having a solid and I started heating a solid like ice, what will happen? First of all, the particles, they are going to gain energy, and then it's going to break the forces between the particles. So why they break? No, once the particles will gain energy, so they will vibrate faster. Do you know, like the kids when they become hyper, the temperature to the particles, like the kids when they eat sweets. Do you know when the kids they eat sweets, they hyper كده. This is the kids. Same for the particles. لما الparticles بقى, they take heat. They are heated. The same will happen. So what will happen? They are going to gain the energy, so they are going to vibrate faster until they overcome the forces between the particles. Once they are going to overcome the forces between the particles, what will happen? They are going to vibrate faster. It will overcome the forces between the particles. So what will happen to the particles? They will get away from each other. They will change into a liquid. We need to say at the end, you know, it will change into a liquid. And then once it's a liquid, once I started heating the liquid, again, the same will happen. It will move faster. and then it will break, it will overcome the forces between the particles, so it's going to change into a gas. So it's the same from solid to liquid or from liquid to a gas. It's the same. But the point is, at which point exactly does the solid change into a liquid? What do you think? At which point exactly the solid is going to change into a liquid? At
its melting point.
Perfect, at the melting point. So at the melting point, the solid is going to change into a liquid. But what about if I'm talking about a liquid that is going to change into a gas? At which point exactly does the liquid change into a gas? What do you think?
Boiling?
Boiling
At
point.
boiling point.
Exactly. Again, good job. So at the boiling point, the liquid is going to change directly to the gas. Bravo. Excellent. Let's move to this is called the kinetic particle theory, because this is a question for Cambridge and Edexcel, especially Edexcel, they like this question. Sometimes they ask you what is the theory that explains the movement particles. So you have to say kinetic particle theory. Well, this is everything that we have said. Okay, وطبعا for sure, as I told you, I'm going to send the PDF for the notes. I'm going to show you all these points. And it's going to be there in the notes. Yeah. Okay, what about the heating curve and the cooling curve, which is very important? Who can tell me? I'm going مساء البنور على أحلى مس نور. قلت أدخل أسلم عليك يا حبيبي يا كريم، والله يا سلام. ده يعني what should I say? I really appreciate it يا كريم. You missed the chemistry يا كريم ولا إيه؟
جدا.
فعلا؟ يعني ده حاجة يعني I really appreciate and you joined. طب يعني tell them any words of motivation كده, since you just came to say hi. يعني tell them anything كده to motivate them, to show them إنه the chemistry was not that hard. Anything, please, but don't say anything negative, please. Because
هي
it's
سنة
their
هتعدي
first
وهتخلص
class. It's their
ثانية.
first class.
نعم.
It's their first class.
آخر واحد إن شاء الله.
يا ساتر يا رب. يا كريم حرام عليك. يعني
أنا قعدت سنتين بدرس في الكيمستري ولسه معايا في كومباين، ده أعمل إيه طيب؟
خلاص هانت. كريم showed me a video that I liked really. يعني you can't imagine يا كريم, when you showed me the video, he took a video
أيوه.
for me while I was motivating, because he was joining with me last year. He showed me a video that he took for me when I was motivating the students in the class. You can't imagine والله, I like this idea so much. It was really good يعني.
بدلهم بس سبيتش صغير كده بس.
شفت
معلش.
حاجة صغيرة. لا لسه احنا دلوقتي the students they are still motivated at the end of the year بقى, at the middle of the year كده.
لا
they are not that motivated. That's why I give my speech. But for now يعني no need for speech. هم they are good.
هم 9 ولا 10؟
No, mix 9 و 10.
يا عيني. طب أقول لهم حاجة الأول بس.
لا خلاص يا كريم, you are going to tell them bad negative.
لا والله حاجة حلوة، حاجات حلوة والله، ما تقلقيش. كله بوزيتيف. بصوا يا جماعة، أنا كنت مع تيوتر ما كانتش بتركز في بيبر 6 ولا بيبر 2. في آخر يومين قبل الامتحان رحت المس نور، كنت مثلا أقول ليفل إي مثلا، مش دي حتى، لا إي، وصلت البي. يعني لو كنت دخلت من بدري كان زماني ايه ستار. بس
I'm blushed. والله ايه كريم
ما ينفعش والله، ما لحقتش، ما كنتش اعرف
والله يعني. thank you so much والله على انت كده you joined the class to motivate me. وبصراحة I didn't expect at all ان انت you will join the class, لانه I know طبعا you're done with chemistry, ف I didn't expect at all that you will join my class, وكمان to tell me الحاجات البوزيتيف دي. يعني it means a lot to me والله يا كريم.
والله يا نفسي اخلص من الكيمستري بس ما بيخلصش، هيفضل ورايا في جامعة برضه.
لا يا حبيبي ليه؟ بالعكس والله بالعكس. والله chemistry is one of the easiest O levels. فعلا بجد
ايه؟
one of the easiest. والله it's not hard. بس maybe I will tell you why. Maybe because you joined us late. Maybe.
عشان كده صح؟
I think so, yes. لكن for the ones who joined earlier بالعكس, even all the majority of them they are saying إنه chemistry was really easy and يعني they expected it's harder. بجد. والحمد لله إن أنت you joined even if it was late. That's good.
الحمد لله.
أنا لسه بقول لهم
لحقت
يا
نفسي
كريم.
برضه.
الحمد لله طبعا, الحمد لله. It's an honor والله. انت عارف يا كريم, this today at the beginning of the class I was telling them انه I will do paper 6 classes from the beginning of the year.
بالله عليك، بالله عليك.
شايفين اهو سبحان الله والله I didn't know that he will join و I didn't tell him there is a class. شايفين اهو داخل لوحده اهو.
بالله عليكم يا جماعه ركزوا في 2 و6 يعني ادوا لكل حاجه حقها
Please,
هتقعوا من
please.
حته هتقعوا في كله.
والله يا كريم. That's why I told them today at the beginning of the class I'm not going to give it at the end خالص لأنه دايما ال students they are struggling with وبعدين بيشوفوا إنه at the end بقى it's hard و no time و stressful. لا حتى starting from year 9 حتى ال students اللي معانا year 9 this year I told them the same. I told them I'm going to do classes for paper 6 weekly علشان I want them بقى to focus و to do graphs و to do investigation questions اللي هي 6 mark questions everything والاينز بحيث ان احنا once we are going to reach at the end of the year كده احنا تمام we're done we're not struggling وما عندناش مشكله في paper 6 we're safe. ونفس الكلام في paper 2.
وفي 2 بالله عليك بليز
وفي paper 2 والله حبيبي يا كريم والله thank you so much بجد مش عارفه اقول لك ايه والله يعني
والله انت نورتيني بس في
حبيبي والله
العيشه اللي انا فيها دي.
والله your words really means a lot to me يعني بجد وespecially ان هم مش يعني especially ان هم يعني مش it's not prepared فاكيد يعني
خالص والله
من القلب للقلب.
ده انا بفتح اللي هو كيمستري لوفرز ده بالصدفه لقيت الميتنج بدأ قلت ادخل.
قلت بالمره ما ادخل اشوف الناس دي تعمل ايه.
ايوه اشوف بقى.
ثانك على فكره كيمستري لافرز جروب فيهم ناس خلصوا كيمستري من 3 4 years وستيل دير.
ما انا هفضل كده بقى لحد ما
ان شاء الله لحد
أقعد.
ان شاء الله لسه ده لسه it's a long way. ان شاء الله في when you are going to apply for the college ان شاء الله اعمل لك recommendation letter for the chemistry وكمان ان شاء الله in the college if you need any help في الكولج even ان شاء الله I will help you في الكيمستري يعني I will support till the end زي ما عملت مع كل الناس الجميله التانيه. Miss he wrote
شكرا
it on paper حبيبي والله يا كريم you're one of the best you know. Miss he
والله انت
wrote
اكتر
on
بس.
a paper and his بص روتي كاتبه لك ايه. Can you send me the link of the group؟ حاضر يا لوجي once we're done.
هو مين اللي ريسايتنج ات؟ ايه ده؟
إيه؟
مين اللي بيقول he wrote it on a paper and reciting it؟
I don't روتي.
ايه الزرافه دي؟
Just joking. Can anyone send me the link? Luigi, okay, you can send it to me. Send me بس on the group once we're done. I will send you the link. حاضر. Paper 6 is a lot easier than paper 2. That's true. فعلا paper 6 is easier. طبعا for sure it's easier than paper 2. 100% I agree. If you remember يا كريم last year I told you إنه paper 2 is going to be tricky. فاكر كل التريكس اللي قلتها لكم before the exams I told you إنه paper 2 هتكون tricky وده اللي حصل فعلا. Paper 2 was so tricky.
انا على قفانا ايوه.
I told you غير paper
جدا.
6. Miss when I started solving stoichiometry I lost motivation. لا يا إشراق moles it's really easy بس if you understand it.
لا ثانية يا احمد بالله عليكم احمدوا ربنا على الستيكيومتري والحاجات الكيوت اللي في الاول دي هتقبل في
لا
الاخر
والله لا
اورجانيك
بس moles
رزعكم
والله
رزعة.
moles is really easy يا إشراق. Don't worry احنا we will do it إن شاء الله you will feel it's so easy. Don't worry. يلا let's continue. Paper 2 is the one that made me lost a lot of marks. الحمد لله. No يا جوجو organic is terrible. لا الاورجانيك ده احلى حاجه في الحياه.
اوحش حاجة ما تصدقوهاش الا الحتة دي.
والله العظيم
تصدقوا في اي
اورجانيك
حاجة الا دي.
خالص والله الاورجانيك بجد متعه for me يعني I feel انه it's the best. يلا let's continue.
ايوه هو ده personal opinion.
اكيد for sure طبعا it is that's true اكيد for sure it is. يلا بينا let's continue.
باي باي مس.
باي يا حبيبي thank you so much again يا كريم والله. You made my day.
You made my year last year والله.
حبيبي يا كريم والله ربنا يخليك يا رب. بشوفك دايما على خير يا رب. So again, I'm going to talk about the heating curve. The heating curve. What do you think about the heating curve? This is going to be the solid, and this is going to be the liquid, and this is going to be the gas. So solid, liquid, and gas. Where exactly does the solid is going to change into a liquid? I'm going to say at the, as we said, at the melting point or the freezing point. This is going to be the first point, and then here, what do we call this? We are going to call this the boiling point, where the liquid is going to change into a gas. So here, this is the melting point. Above here, this is the boiling point. But what do you think for this heating curve? Do you think, يا إشراق, this is going to be a pure substance ولا it's an impure substance? لأنه this is very important. What do you think? Hey, Amira, tell me. What do you think?
Pure substance.
That's true. Good job. So it's going to be a pure substance. Why it's going to be a pure substance? because the melting point and the boiling point is going to be a fixed one. Since it's going to be a fixed number like this, the melting point and the boiling point is going to be a fixed number, يبقى this means what? Since it's the melting point and the boiling point, it's a fixed one, what will happen? I'm going to call it a, excuse me?
It's a fixed temperature.
Exactly. Since the melting point and the boiling point, it's a fixed number. That's why I'm going to say in this is a pure substance. If the melting point and the boiling point were not a fixed point, this means it's a range. This means it's a melting range or boiling range. So I will show you. And if this was an impure substance, this line is going to be like this, you see? A minute. Like this.
Yes.
You see, it's going to be an inclined line. It's not going to be like this one. Okay, because you're having, do you know why it's a melting range? Because you're having more than one substance. But since you're having more than one substance, this means it's an inclined. It's not like this. It's not like this. It's not horizontal. It's going to be inclined. It's going to be like this. Type. What about, well, I'm going to call it melting range or boiling range. So what does impurities do? What do you think? What does impurities do in the melting point and boiling point? What do you think? Is it going to increase the boiling point or is it going to decrease it? Who can tell me? It's not steep. Okay, what do you think? What does it do? Impurities is going to do what? Hey, Juju.
It will increase the boiling point, but the melting or freezing point, it will decrease it.
Thank you. So again, impurities is going to increase the boiling point and it's going to decrease the melting point. You're right. That's true. So any impurities, we take care when I say impurities, it doesn't mean in the water is not clean, huh? عشان sometimes the students, they think, impurities, it means not clean water. No, impurities, it means in the water is not pure. In the water is having some salts, like, or something like this. So if the water is impure, this means in the boiling point, it's not going to be 100. No, it's going to be 101, 102, something like this. Well, if it is well, melting point, our freezing point, for sure, it's going to be less. Okay. Well, sometimes, I want to tell you, for Cambridge, there was a question before. He asked you, I'm saying all the ideas for the Cambridge ideas with Edexcel ideas. There was a question before. They said, if this substance is X, what will happen at down here? Here, if this substance is X, write the equation that happened on this line. So what should I say? I will say in the X is a solid, so it will give you 1 minute. Imagine, he's talking about X as a solid. So it's going to be between X solid and X as a liquid. So if he asks you what's the equation that happened down at this line, I will say X from solid into a liquid. But what about here? I'm going to say from a liquid into a gas. Exactly, Ahaya. Good job. Type. Another question. They were asking a question in Cambridge. What will happen to this line if this substance was impure? So I'm going to say in this line is going to be inclined. I don't want curved بقى والwords الغريبة دي. لا, inclined. It's not going to be horizontal like this. It's going to be inclined. Okay. I will show you now. Can you repeat it? Again, I'm saying a substance is going to be from X. I'm saying X, it's I will give you in the substance D is named X. So it will change from A, Juju. X D here من solid liquid. We here from liquid to gas. So I will write it like this. X is a solid and then it's going to change into a liquid here. If he asks you what's the equation, what happened at this point. Okay.
In paper 4, like, is it paper 4? Does it ask you this question in paper 4?
In paper 4, yes, in paper 4, yes. طب do you know بقى في Edexcel? I'm giving you both ideas اهو. عشان sometimes they share ideas. طب do you know in Edexcel they asked them before what is the name for the water vapor? For the water when it's a gas. Can you imagine the question?
H2O and
No. Steam. This was a very weird question. Steam. They asked them, what is the state for the, what is the state for, not the state, the name for the water when it's a gas? Steam. Blah, blah, blah. This is surprising always. That's what I'm saying. You know, even if it's states of matter, but it's full of tricks برضه. Next class, inshallah, I will show you the diffusion. هو كده, this is more than half the topic for states of matter. We're only having the part of the diffusion. We're going to make it next class with the next topic. But I want to show you something that's really nice before we end the meeting. I will show you برضو past papers. I will show you something كده, a real video. I will show you a real video that, a minute. خلاص, I know we took too long. 1 minute.
Miss, when a water changes to a gas, is it called water vapor or steam?
Both are okay, but for Edexcel they wanted two names. That's why I told you about both names. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. The class is so interesting. Really يا حسام? I'm actually motivated. شفت بقى? Thank you والله. والله that's good إن كريم he joined و he tell you something motivating. مش عارفة, every year the same happened to me. Every year ألاقي حد من students وأنا والله I don't know, I don't text them يعني. بس ألاقي دايما حد من students all of the sudden كده, all over the year ألاقي حد دخل كده, I just want to say thank you so much. We really miss these days. فإن شاء الله يعني you'll keep motivated. On the Instagram page والله all the time I'm putting as much as I can motivating videos. Wait بقى, I want to show Miss هو class, next class هيكون امتى? Next class I will try إن شاء الله to be Fridays. But which Friday بقى? Maybe next Friday, the Friday after. إن شاء الله يعني. It's going to be almost Fridays because I know all the time you're having tuitions every day. But that's why I want to keep with weekends يعني. Please don't forget me to send me the link. Thank you, Haya. She sent you the link. Oh. Thank you, Haya, والله. All the time, برضو, I'm having students who are supporting. Thank you, Haya, والله. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the help. طيب, I want to show you. I want to show you بقى the water curve because I was not explaining. This is the heating curve. If you check here, this is ice, and then the ice that is going to. I'm going to heat the ice. What will happen to the ice? It will melt, melt, melt. So by time you're going to find the temperature. Also, temperature is rising. This is a real video for ice, how they draw the heating curve in real life. In real life. Okay, that's what is happening. You see now it's going to reach 100. So once it will reach 100, all this time it was rising. Once it will reach 100, it will stop. Because all the temperature that is, all this heat is going to be used to break the bonds, to change into a gas. That's why it will stop at 100. I think this is really helpful for the ones who can't imagine how it looks like in real life. This is how it really look like in real life. Yes, yeah, Juju.
Miss, when it was 1, like when the temperature was 1 degree Celsius, not all of the ice has changed to water.
Oh, for sure.
Why is the reason?
Yes, it's not going to be 100% here, Juju. The majority.
So it's not all of it.
La, not all. I want to show you something else. So this is something funny. To end with it, the meeting. But I like it. This is how to change.
Unchanged face, for water is a changing state. In the state of matter from solid to liquid, then to gas, or the reverse. The constant heat will energize the particles in special ways. When the water's solid, the temperature rises. See the diagonal line.
Then you will talk about why.
Particles vibrate, they vibrate in place. That's the way for heated solids too. The particles vibrate, they vibrate in place. That's the way for heated solids too. And then, hey, hey, hey. Then the heat starts to melt the ice, and then you can plainly see a horizontal line. A phase change occurs. The solid bonds break. Until on the ice is melted, the temperature stays the same. The latent heat of fusion, now that's what's working to change. As you see. Now the heat energy once again will break the liquid bonds that the particles do have, so the particles can vaporize one by one. It's the latent heat of vaporization at work, gonna break those bonds. During the phase change, the water is boiling, but the temperature remains the same. The latent
What do you think? Do you like it? I remember this song really. Aya, you know it? It's so good. That's great. I'm happy that you know it.
What does remain constant?
Remains
What does it
constant.
mean?
It means it's not going to increase. It's so good. So thank you. Allah, that's good that you like it. Thank you, Ishraq. I'm happy that you like it. You show it to the class on Thursday. Oh, okay. You're with me in the school. That's great. Okay. As I not in all classes, in my tuitions, even not in all classes, since we have time for that's why. Sometimes the student they don't like it. I show them. Would you like to see? Okay. If they don't like, I don't show them. But since you didn't say anything, for this means you like it. That's why I kept. I put it. Omar, you're most welcome, dear. No, you too, ya Limar, yalla يخد. That's good that you liked it. That's perfect. This is the. It's almost, we're done with the majority of topic 1, just only the last part, which is diffusion. We can do it inshallah next class because I know we took too long. Usually we take around 1 hour, but because today I was talking about the Cambridge and Edexcel with these points, so that's why it was a little bit more time. I'm sorry if I talked too much at the beginning, but I just want to reply for everyone who has a problem or struggling with the idea of the Cambridge and Edexcel. I hope the class helped you. As I told you, inshallah, I'm going to put on Instagram and on the groups when is going to be our next class. I will tell you before. I will send you the PDFs for my notes. Do your best. Keep motivated. It works. Wallahi, really, it works. So no miss, no trouble at all. That's good, ya Omar. You're the best. Thank you, Alamor. Thank you, Alimor. Wallah. I remembered you because your name is really nice. It's unique. Hania, you're most welcome, ya Hania. Habibti ya Haya, you're most welcome. I'm so happy that you like the class. I like the word that I don't remember who said. Hussein, he said the class is really motivating and you're really enjoying. I always say to my students, all this you can, with any teacher, you can get an A star. It's not hard. If you are good and the teacher is good, so it's easy, but not all the time you will enjoy chemistry. Well, this is my target. I don't want you to be to get an A star and then you say, yeah, finally, but I'm done with chemistry. No, I don't want you to say this. I want you to feel that you enjoyed the experience, you enjoyed the chemistry, you enjoyed studying, you enjoyed everything about it. This is my job. So once I feel I did this job, this is for me, this is the best news ever. Inshallah, you will. I will do my best. I will support. So you will feel this. Thank you so much, Miss. I'm a mother and I attended the class along with my son. I really love the way you explained. Oh my God. Wallahi, I said thank you so much for all the mothers who do. Every year I'm having the same. Last year I was having Tamim's mother, which is one of my favorite. She's really a very nice and sweet lady. Last year she used to tell me, all the family, we are watching your records. She put the records in the TV and the whole family, they were watching my records. I love this family. They were with me last year. يعني thank you so much. I really appreciate the people who are, especially the parents. I regretted why I didn't know you before. God, wallahi, thank you so much. You really made my day, wallahi, with your kind words. And no problem, even if you didn't know me before, but now you got to know me. If you are having any of your friends, you want them to join the classes, so inshallah في ميزان حسناتكم inshallah. يعني I think inshallah the classes will help them. فأكيد for sure it's going to be my pleasure. Thank you, you're so lovely. حبيبتي أنا والله أنتي لأمر. So it was amazing as always. Thank you, Allah. If it was amazing as always, ya Juju, because you are all there. Thank you again for all your kind words and your lovely words. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much again for the mothers who are joining my classes. Wallah, this is an honor. I'm going to see you inshallah next class. As I told you, do your best, keep motivated. All the best, inshallah, the best week ever. I love you. Have a great night. Bye bye.